2 of the Cummins Real Estate Group show with Michele Cummins and myself, Curtis Pope. And as Michele mentioned, we have a very special guest, and nobody does a better introduction than the one and only Michele Cummins. So, Michele, I'm going to let you do one of your world-famous introductions.
Well, this is going to be fast and quick because I'm telling you, Ken's online Google reviews that are all 5 stars of 141 Google reviews says it all. Ken Oldale from the Buyer's Choice Home Inspections. I'm telling you, I've known him for years and years and years, and he's helped so many of my clients. He's helped me recently on a couple of my purchases and a couple of my recent new listings doing pre-inspections. And Ken knows his stuff. He has been doing, he's got his way more than 10,000 hours in, and he really knows how to explain things to you. I mean, he doesn't make things feel like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Like, he gives it to you exactly how it is, and he has solutions for certain things, and he has his professional opinion, and he really wants you to know what it is you're buying or selling, and then you can make your best decision after that. And I have to tell you, his follow-up system, oh my goodness. First of all, as a realtor, here I was going to make this a quick introduction, but I have to say, his follow-up and his intro and his setup for his inspections go so smoothly. He makes sure the selling agent knows, the buyer's agent knows, everybody's prepared, they know what to do. And then afterwards, it's so seamless how he does everything. If there's no question about anything. And then his service providers afterwards that he actually gives, and they actually call you as clients that hires him, they call you to follow up and, talk about certain things you may need for the home. So it's amazing experience. The best I've ever had, I must say, with an inspector. So Ken, thank you so much for coming on our show.
Good morning, Michele and Curtis. Thanks for having me. Thank you for the great introduction.
I don't want to take up too much of your time because we only have like 10 minutes or so. So sorry I talked so much, but I really did want the listeners to know how much I respect you and what you do and what you've done for me and my clients. So thank you.
No problem. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So because recently I've had a couple listings do pre-inspections. A lot of people may not know what that is, and that isn't an option or a good thing to do as a seller. Can you explain pre-inspections, what they are and why they're good?
Sure, absolutely. Yes, a pre-inspection is essentially the same inspection we do for buyers, but performed for the sellers. They're becoming more popular, as the market changes or whatnot. A lot of sellers are not sure why they would want to do them, right? They ask, why would I want to get the home inspection done? I prefer not to have one at all. But in a lot of cases, they're going to happen anyway, so why not control the process? In lots of cases, it installs the confidence in the buyer. Confidence in the buyer can often translate to a higher offer and a quicker sale. There's always, could lead to less subjects in the offer, which also translates to a quicker sale. Eliminates or minimizes last-minute negotiations to ask for price reductions. It can give the seller a chance to fix any items found during the inspection that they deem important, if they desire to change them or upgrade them. And they can price the home accordingly as well, get the best price for their home. And one of the most important things is you can book the inspection when it's convenient for you, and the report is yours to use it as you wish. So a lot of sellers, they just use the report and keep it to themselves for their own knowledge. Like I said, fixing anything that needs to be fixed. A lot of sellers, when they get them done, they use them to promote the home too, and use it to help sell the home and work with the realtor to get that done. We don't share the report though. That's important to know. We only give it to our client, the seller, and the rest is up to them.
It's so true that it gives confidence to the buyer and confidence to the seller in two different ways, which helps get the best offer on the property. So confidence is key, disclosure is key, and knowing everything up front is key, and it's the expectations. So you want to just make sure everything's up front if you can, especially in the market we're going into, which is shifting. And so I think it's really important as we move into a more balanced market, even though it's still technically a seller's market. And as far as inspections, Ken, what are some of the things that you've noticed in all your inspections you've done? Some of the key things that you find come up quite often that really saves a buyer from maybe going into a purchase they shouldn't, or be able to have that opportunity if the seller had no clue and no idea about something major, to be able to maybe renegotiate the price on it if they still want to move forward?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's a more common issue that would deter buyers, but some of the most common issues you run into are minor, usually minor electrical problems that they can be fixed quite easily, but they do they could be a potential safety issue if left unaddressed. Things like loose outlets or outlets that are wired incorrectly, inoperative outlets, lack of ground fault outlets, exposed wiring, that type of thing. All those things can be fixed relatively easy, but they can be safety issues if they're not. Often run into a lot of or one of the more often things is plumbing leaks. Usually minor too under the sink and stuff like that, which can also be fixed quite easily, but if left unattended or not know about, could cause damage, right? Often run into roofing material damage, missing shingles here and there, especially as we come out of the fall into the winter or winter into spring. Often find those. And moisture issues are quite common too, to find. I would say, I guess they're common, but they're uncommon at the same time, right? It's kind of tricky there.
Do you think that has anything to do with our climate here, that it rains a lot, or the quality of build, or do you find that's related to any of that, or is it more dishwashers or washer dryers, or what is it?
Yeah, I would say, a lot of it's to do with, sometimes lack of maintenance in the home and the weather that we have, especially the way the weather has changed over the last few years. We get quite the winds coming through places now that we're not used to, and all these things that can affect your roof material and stuff like that, right? And electrical outlets and plumbing leaks, those are just things that happen in every house that, it's good to have somebody check over once in a while, right, to identify them and get them fixed.
And we've had a lot of serious weather through the Fraser Valley over the last few months, especially last fall, obviously. So when you go into a house, you're going to see if there's been some signs of any flooding in the basements and things like that, right?
Absolutely. That's definitely increased this year, and awareness of it as well.
Can you offer what I haven't seen in the past either, and I want to mention, is warranty. You have or insurance on is it appliances or what is it again? And it's a certain day after the inspection's done that you warranty, or Buyer's Choice Home Inspect Company warrants things. Can you explain that?
Yeah, we work with a company. It's like a third-party service provider that we pay as part of the inspection for our clients, and it gives them a limited 90-day warranty on the property after the inspection. It covers appliances less than 10 years old, including your water heater and your furnace. Some of the things that are all non-existing at the time of the inspection, so perhaps plumbing leaks or roof leaks that arise, all those type of things, right? And you can work with a third-party service provider if any of those things arise to get them fixed, and they'll help you out, right? Which is kind of unique to us. I don't know a lot of other companies that do that. That same company provides a recall check service as well. So after the inspection, you'll receive another report letting you know if there's any potential recalls on any of the appliances.
Yeah, I remember getting that as well on both the ones you did for me personally. So, and 19 years in the business, and I don't know of any other inspectors I've ever had that where they have that coverage. So kudos to you. And again, of those people, service providers that call to say, hey, you have this in your new home, wondering if you have this covered already or like help with that, or, that's amazing. So Ken, thank you so much. We're short on time, and I just want to make sure the listeners get your contact information. Can you share that?
Sure. It's my phone number. It's Ken Oldale at a Buyer's Choice Home Inspections in Chilliwack, Upper Fraser Valley. Phone number is 604-703-9876. And you can email me at ken.oldale, O-L-D-A-L-E, at abuyerschoice.com.
Excellent. Thank you. And is there any last things that you wanted to share before we get into the new listings and open houses I have?
I think it's just to say that I think it's important that your home inspector, whoever you hire, provides you peace of mind. Right? So that's the number one thing.
So true. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.